Alright, so I just got done watching Scooby-Doo Mystery Incorporated, Season 1, Episode 1. What drew me to this series was, you know, this constant looming thing with a lot of, franchises where you remember it from your childhood. These ones, especially these ones that have stood the generational test of time. Remember it from your childhood, and then you get drawn to revisiting revisiting them, and they're always making new series, whatever. So I was like, hey, shit, like I remember What's New Scooby Doo when I was like 8 or 9, 10. What's New Scooby Doo, and they're also putting out tons of those direct to DVD movies, Scooby Doo Ghost Inside of a Computer, Scooby Doo whatever. But I wanted to see what was going on with Scooby Doo. Yeah, so I was looking up the series, and there's one that just started. No, not the one I'm going to be watching. And there's the one before that, the one from 2010 to 2013, called Scooby Doo Mystery Incorporated, right? And so I got the Wikipedia page open right here, and I could find that what it said. It said, there's a lot of things that are similar to it, but it's sort of parody. It's a bit of a parody. It's very self-aware, a very 2010 thing to do, and it's like, okay. Contrasting sharply with this, however, are two elements that have never been used in a Scooby-Doo series before: a serial format with an ongoing story arc. I'm like, oh yeah, give me the fucking 26 episode Scooby-Doo story. I want that so bad. That sounds great. Featuring many dark plot elements that are treated with near total seriousness, right? Yeah. And an ongoing relationship drama between the characters. And so I watched this first episode, right? Man, did they have an ongoing fucking thing. Like, they put Shaggy and Velma together. That's crazy, dude. Shaggy and Velma are hanging out. And, like, she's, like, trying to, like kiss him in the back of the mystery machine while Velma and Fred and Scooby, or not Velma, Daphne, Fred, and Scooby are up front, chatting about the mystery that they're trying to solve or whatever. And like she's trying to like make out with them, like you were seeing this in the first episode, and they're teenagers, but they have like the same voices mostly. And you see all their parents, and like all their parents too are like sort of conservative-ish. It's like y'all kids got to stop solving mysteries, and they're like, but we love to solve mysteries. And Fred is let's see what we got. Fred's fucking like obsessed with traps. It's this thing he keeps saying. He's like, I love traps. And like the obvious pun, the obvious where my brain's going when this is Fred loves traps. Let's ignore that. That's too easy. That's too easy. There's a lot of like talk in the scenes where in relation to their parents. There's a lot of that my generation kind of 90s thing. Because so I looked it up. There was a Scooby-Doo series in the 90s that ran from 91 to 93. And then there wasn't a series until the early mid-2000s, right? They still did direct-to-DVD movies, don't get me wrong, but so it was never on syndicated television. I'm sure it was rerun to hell with the original series, but so that's the point. But you never got that grunge angst necessarily inside your Scooby-Doo. I mean, maybe a little bit in the live-action films, but those were super, super silly. This seems like the one where they got it. They got the My Generation thing. It's a little bit late for that. I think we do want some lighthearted campiness, but it did capture some of that. There's a lot of like what I like to call like mumble memes I found in this episode at least. Like whereas like Velma or fuck man, this is getting hard. Daphne is trying to seduce Fred. He's like, oh, he's the genius that nobody understands. I love Fred. But Fred doesn't really like her back because he's so focused on being a great mystery solver and creating the greatest fucking traps. And so he like him and like Daphne tries to get his attention. And, will like doesn't get his attention to mumble and just go like, yeah, you do that, that kind of thing. Those sort of reaction shots or whatever. Velma was not the same character in a lot of ways. She was way more confident than like in the original series. A lot less naive. I found that she was more brilliant and is more like, but she was like Daria from that MTV show. Like, this is MTV's Velma for sure. They directed the rebooting the series like directly a few times. It was very very 2010s again, self-aware. Seriously, Velma and Shaggy though, like that is a power couple in this series. It seems like it's really, I'm into it. I'm vibing with it. It is the shit that people who write fanfics been dreaming about for ages. There's one of the funniest things I found in this episode. So Daphne like falls through a hole, and she tries to, the gang goes and saves her, and she's running away. The gang gets all fucking caught in a cage by the bad guy, but she doesn't, and she's like getting out of this hole, and like from the frame of animation, it looks like it's probably like 20 20 feet above her, and she just like fucking jumps and with her like rib cage like pulls herself up, and I was like, okay, I hope that in the continuity of the rest of the series, like that Daphne's upper body strength is consistent. She doesn't struggle any further with any of that stuff, and that she's super acrobatic and stuff. Because that was really bizarre to me. And so I'm gonna keep you like every episode. I'm gonna keep track of Daphne's upper body strength, see what happens. This whole thing, there's a lot of references of about being broke and needing revenue streams and stuff. So it was very post-economic crisis. It's trying to be hip, but not too hard. It was tastefully trying to be hip. And it had like your classic teaser at the end, and I'm curious. I'm fucking curious, yeah. So that is, I think, all I really got to say. I could go on for more. Yeah, that's enough for now. But thanks for watching me talk about Scooby-Doo Mystery Inc. episode 1, and I'll see you after I watch the next one.